All right, so in this video, I just have a really simple point to make. The price action is all noise. If you look at what GameStop's doing in the long term and you really focus on the company and believe in where it's going, why would you focus on the price action day to day? Why? It's all noise. I really think at this point, a majority of the volume being traded day to day is just really options, right? It's the options chain being manipulated and shares coming in and out, being traded in and out because of options need to be hedged both ways on the way up and on the way down, right? So that's where they throw in that volatility because there's very low liquidity of shares because a lot of people are sending shares to DRS, which absolutely matters because I started listening to Dr. T's book. I don't know why I waited so long, but it's incredible, this stuff in there, right? Nothing I say is financial advice. These are my personal thoughts and opinions, but it is of my opinion. You should absolutely listen to Dr. Susan Trimbat's book, right? You got to. I mean, it's incredible that how deep this stuff goes in the DTC and how long ago this has been known to be going on by the big dogs. And it's just like Reddit and the internet has really shined a light on it for the first time, right? For so long, people have said, oh, Wall Street's corrupt or it's all, big money controls everything, but nobody really knew how. It's like, oh my goodness, we are figuring out how. A bunch of individuals on the internet doing their own due diligence are figuring out what's going on with our financial system. So if you believe in what GameStop's doing and developing as a company, the mother of all short squeezes is inevitable because if the company succeeds, that short interest has to come out because individuals like myself will keep believing in the company and keep investing in it because they keep bringing success. And when you have a guy like Ryan Cohen, head of the chairman of the board, just steering the ship, right? You have a guy like Larry Chang on the board. You have Tal Allen, endless intelligent individuals that they've brought on. Why would you focus on the price action when the company's doing so many great things? That's what I just keep telling myself lately. I'm like, I can't be distracted by this noise. You could be annoyed that it's constantly shorted, but it's fine. You want to short it, you have to buy those shares back. Yes, maybe they haven't up until this point, right? And that there's been a lot of cheating in the system through FTDs, the options chain, whatever you want to call it, right? The pump and dumps, the manipulation, however you want to foresee it. I just personally believe the mother of all short squeezes is inevitable because GameStop is a great company doing great things and that short interest is there. I personally see it. That's my thought. Go do your own due diligence. But if you believe that short interest is there, it has to come out at some point. It has to unravel at some point. It's just like a coil, just tightening until all of a sudden, the spring will pop and I think there's no going back. And I don't really know how it all plays out, but honestly, I think computer share matters so much. You have to get out of the DTC. These brokerages that are in the DTC, when your shares are held at Fidelity, for example, they're not held Tetron shares, right, at Fidelity. No, it's Fidelity for the benefit of Tetron. So Fidelity's holding them on my behalf. Whereas if I withdraw from Fidelity, they're transferring it to Tetron, right? Then Tetron is the legal owner on paper, the direct registered shareholder of the stock. That's why it matters. So as long as individuals buy, like the company, hold, and put their shares in their own name, this is inevitable. It's absolutely inevitable. How could they be selling this many shares every single day? How could they trade this volume when we see so many people going to computer share? It's all noise. And then whatever you think about Bed Bath, whatever you think about other positions, it's all just noise in my opinion. That's what I've really just started thinking about. I do think Bed Bath could spin off Bye Bye Baby and it could be a part of GameStop's plan. But guess what? I don't care. I don't even care exactly about that specific thing. I care about GameStop's long-term success as a whole. Yes, I was covering BBBY in a couple other videos, and yes, I gave some thoughts and opinions, but it doesn't mean you should go blindly invest in it. Just like if Ryan Cohen bought it, you shouldn't blindly invest in it. I think a lot of individuals bought GameStop because they see what's going on and what's happening, and they believe in Ryan Cohen, and they just thought, okay, well, Ryan Cohen's doing Bed Bath. Now it could be all this again. Okay, maybe he sold out. We can't dismiss the fact something maybe changed. Maybe there's something he saw there before that he doesn't see anymore. Why is that an unjust possibility, right? He's an individual investor. Think of yourself as an individual. Yes, the GameStop like-minded individuals come up with good due diligence and do see things, but you have to think for yourself. Be very wise. Do your own due diligence. Don't ever blindly trust anybody. You shouldn't even trust anything I'm saying blindly. You should look up everything I say. If you're like, I don't know if that makes sense, look it up. Look it up. I'm not a fortune teller, so just a little bit of a rant today, guys, but I just like the stock. I just love the company, and I hope you have a great weekend.